Hello everyone, my name is Lydia Love. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. I know I always say that, but this is a very special occasion. You've heard of No Nut November, but have you heard of Locktober? You haven't? I'm gonna educate you today. Okay, in all seriousness, today's video, I intend to do a couple things. Number one, I'm gonna tell you what Locktober is, get you in the loop so that you're not missing out on a single thing. I'm going to share my personal opinions about Locktober, and then if you're a fellow creator or you're a sub who's looking to spice up your month with your dom or even with yourself this month, I'm going to give you some advice on some things that I do to generate income, but also just generate fun during this month. So thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely stick with me. Give me a like, subscribe, comment, join my spicy platforms. That's where I will be discussing a bit more about Locktober, and let's just get into it. To start off, Locktober is a month-long event that occurs in October, clearly, and it is meant to test and push your limits as a submissive, and it can really strengthen your bonds with yourself and your dom. Now, the reason why I'm saying with yourself and with your dom and putting emphasis on that is because Locktober is something that you can participate in without a dom. I think that's a big misconception, that you can only participate if you have a key holder. That is absolutely not true. So the most common definition of this month is a month long of chastity. You are supposed to have your cage on day one, and you do not unlock until, I mean, some people go after the 31st, but until the month is completed. That is the mission, that is the goal. Now, my personal opinion of this, and this is something that I've talked about on my Dom TikTok and on Twitter, is that I think that the definition of Locktober is and should be subjective, because there are so many different journeys that subs are on, and it's hard to really lump them in one box and say, if you don't complete all 30 days cage, then you failed and you're not valid and you didn't complete Locktober. I don't think that at all. I think Locktober is about pushing your boundaries and in a comfortable, consensual way. It's about proving yourself to your dom or to yourself and exploring it in a way that generates happiness and a sense of fulfillment for you and your dom, of course. So, an example of this could be, let's say a sub has a really hard time sleeping in a cage. That's something that I've heard multiple times, is that one of the more emotionally taxing parts of being caged is sleeping in it. It's uncomfortable, it's just not good, it kind of can affect, I don't know, your emotional well-being, getting lack of sleep from it, right? If that's something that bothers you. It is valid if you participate in Locktober, but you just don't lock it while you're sleeping. It's valid if you can't afford a chastity cage, but you really want to participate and you just go a month without releasing. All of those things are valid, and it's important to set your intentions and go with that. Stick to that. Push that. Not everyone is able to go a whole week being locked. Not everyone is able to go a whole month being locked. Some people, they need to go to the gym and they take it off whenever they're at the gym. All of those things are valid. Just be honest with yourself, be honest with your dom, make sure you're not cutting corners and making excuses just to have to do a little less. This should be something that's very important to you to fulfill and complete. So now that we got that out of the way, I want to kind of get into the way that I'm personally doing Locktober with my online subs. I'm not going to be talking about any in-person things just because that's not my target audience on here. So the way that I am doing Locktober with my subs is I am very much a webcam creator, but right now I have been on OnlyFans a lot because I am traveling and things like that, and so it's really hard to get that like live video connection with my subs. Right now I will be back on cam starting this week, which I'm really excited about, but I decided to do 3 membership tiers for my submissives, and I am going to pull up my little tier graphic so I can tell you exactly what's in my tiers so that I'm not misspeaking about anything. And by the way, if you're watching, you're a creator and you're like, oh, I want to do this, but I don't want to copy her. I'm putting this out there. I'm saying these things to you because you guys can copy me. I don't mind. Just, you know, give me a little like, give me a little subscribe, give credit where credit's due. But I definitely did not invent everything in the entire world. So don't feel bad if you take some inspo from me. So my graphic says that the first tier is curious about caging, and you tip $15 for access to a list of rules on October 1st, permission to send caged pics, and 2 chastity encouragement captions a week. The next one is locked up, and you tip $75 for access to all benefits of the lower tiers, 2 chastity encouragement audios, 2 chastity videos, and private Snapchat access. And the last one is Owned by Goddess Lydia, and this one is tip $250 for access to all benefits of the lower tier, daily cage checks, daily chastity captions, and 5 chastity videos. So what I'm doing is I'm scheduling out this content to send out to those people who are on those tiers, and then I'm also sending them out to charge people who aren't on the tiers. So for example, I'll send out a video that's a day 1 Locktober encouragement. I'm doing a video every 3 days. So I'm doing a day 1 check-in, or every 2 days? I can't do math. I get paid to put people in cages, not do math. I'm doing a video on the 1st, on the 3rd, which is today, on the 5th, on, you know, like that. So what I'll do is I'll send out a video to those people for free who subscribed to those specific tiers, and then I will send it out to everyone else as a locked message. And so, so it's really to make the subs that have signed up for those feel like they're getting something, but then also if someone doesn't want to commit to an entire month with me, or say they have another dom that they're committed to, but they just want to consume my content casually, they can definitely do that. So that's why I'm doing that. A couple of games that I'm going to be doing this month is a spin the wheel game, where it's basically just different chastity tasks that you can do. And so for example, it could be tip $10 to spin this wheel, then you get a task to do for me, right? So it could be you spin the wheel and then the task is to send me a video of you taking a shower with the cage, or it's say a sub isn't wearing their cage 24/7, it could be wear your cage to work tomorrow. Something like that that gets them excited, gets them going. The thing that I love about chastity and just femdom in general is that you can come up with so many games, and it's so much fun just like, I don't know, being creative. And there's a lot of really cool things that you can do with your submissives to build that bond, be engaged, have fun with them, and I highly, highly encourage it. What I really love about Locktober is that it does show devotion from subs. I mean, what shows more devotion than sacrificing your immediate desires for someone? And that is why I love femdom so much. A sub being willing to say, I want to impress you, I want to follow your lead so badly that I'm not going to come for 31 days, that I'm not going to take this cage off for 31 days, that I'm not going to do certain things for 31 days. I just think that that's really beautiful, and I love being a part of it. The one thing I will say that's a bit difficult about being an online dom is just that it's really not one size fits all. Different subs have different needs, different subs have different desires. I want different things out of different subs because, of course, in femdom, it's not all about the subs' desires only. The way that I'm talking about it on here is very much because it's online femdom. It's much different than in-person femdom. What I will say though is that it's very difficult to kind of navigate that, oh, I'm gonna make a chastity video to send out to encourage them, but all of these people are on different journeys. So that can definitely be a challenging part of it. But that's why I think it's important to kind of maybe do tiers like this where you can discuss with people a bit more. The people who tipped $250 for the highest tier, obviously they're gonna get more one-on-one attention from me. And so that really helps alleviate the stress of that in some way. I also wanted to show you guys real quick before we go. I got this new cage. I have a couple chastity cages, but I saw this one at the shop. It's called World Cage, and it says SFW on the front. Something that I think is so cute that I want to start doing is making like little locks for cages and decorating them. I've seen some people on Etsy put little charms on theirs and stuff. I'm like, oh, I want to make that. So maybe I'll go to Hobby Lobby and get some cute little designs and spruce up the charm. But it looks pretty cool. It's a bit bigger than ones that I've seen in the past. But different subs have different preferences, and I'm definitely not someone that's like, you need to go to the smallest one immediately. Of course, I do love the shrinkage aspect of it, and actually one of the subs on my OF told me, and they're on my Snap too, which is how I know this, but they messaged me and they said that they are going to be shrinking throughout the month, which I think is cool because I'm gonna get cage updates from them and be able to see that progress. But pretty cool. What do you guys think? It's a clear one. I usually like the pink ones just because they're girlier, but this looks pretty cool. And wait, what is this? Guys, I'm learning here too. Look at this little piece right here. I actually have never seen that on a cage before. I'm wondering if it makes it like comfier. I don't know. Anyways, I'm glad that we got to have this little chat. I look forward to maybe updating you guys at the end of the month and letting you know how my Locktober went. I hope that you are having the Locktober of your dreams, and I adore you guys. I appreciate every single person that supports me in my channel and signs up for my spicy pages, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!